Yeah, welcome back, guys, to the Frankfurt Regional. Today, 144 players, 8 rounds. We're starting with round 4 soon. And yeah, pretty excited. What are the players we're going to feature?
Oh, look at that. We just go right into the game and see the faces and we can see the names, which is pretty good. And we
Ah,
see that it is Georgios versus Eva. And I think our tech guy actually chose that game because he heard news that Eva won a regional in Frankfurt like not that long ago. And he's playing Spiral.
oh,
And
what's that?
seems
He's
like seems
starting.
like his opponent is also not playing a super conventional deck. Looks like he's
Very
playing
interesting.
Crusadia.
And both are 3-0 at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Our world
So
succession. Funny
nice.
thing about what is it, Legacy Succession? Um, I have a booster, a display box with many commons, and every time I look through it, I find another succession. I found already four pieces, and it's like they always reappear when I look through the box.
Hey, but Succession is an ultra rare, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That's the funny thing about it.
Okay. I want to have an ultra rare where that appeals to me as well, yeah. Like Multifaker or something like that. I mean, Succession right now probably is even more expensive than Multifaker because Succession is played
Yeah,
in a lot more decks. And look at Georgios. Just, I think it is
just
time for Saryuya already.
yeah,
There he
a Guard
goes.
Dragon combo,
Yeah,
of
looks
course.
good for him. Crusadia Guard Dragon. That deck was like, I think it was 2 spots in the top 32 of YCS Chicago. Sorry, guys. And then after that, it never really had its breakthrough. People were really hyping it
Yeah.
after Chicago because they're like, yeah, the combos are very easy and you always just basically need a Crusadia plus something and then you go off. But hand traps against that deck are super relevant.
Yeah, and I didn't even know they play the Kyoto Tower. That seems kind of interesting. But yeah, he just continues with a Guard Dragon combo, searches of Wyver Burster, and special summons back the big red eyes and just goes for other combos. He just knows what he's doing, putting on the cards, and his opponent is just watching, saying, yeah, yeah, sure, yeah, 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 of course. I remember I was always like, yeah, just do your
Cool,
thing.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, not cool, but yes.
Yeah, Kurokurazu. Actually, the casters are 100% German. You are indeed right about that. Lars and me both are German, but
Yeah.
we try our best to give you a good coverage. And I think we do a pretty good job. And we've had a lot of people already appreciating our work over the day. Some nice feedback in the chat. Keep that up, guys. We're always very happy and honored by that. And also, we had like a lot of follows over the day. We also had some subs already, which is obviously very nice because you can use that Twitch Prime sub on this channel, and it doesn't cost you a single thing if you already have Amazon Prime, and then you just go for a Twitch Prime sub, and then you have cool emojis and maybe even more to follow up. We're actually working on a special Discord server right now and so on. So keep your eyes up for that, guys.
Yeah, just doing his thing, special summoning a kaiju. He can't get kaiju now. But yeah, well, I don't think his opponent plays kaijus in the main deck.
Yeah.
But yeah, what does Gameciel do? He negates something, right?
Yep. And he has counters on Waterfront, so that's an additional negate. The board he's setting up right there looks pretty impressive because he has Quistering as a negate, he has Gameciel as a negate, and he has
And
Dawn Drexler
yes,
as a negate.
yeah.
That
And Dawn
really,
Dexter can negate a spell or trap card, right?
yeah, it can. That's 100% correct.
Powerful.
So
Many people are complaining about the ultra rare crystal wing, but but that's the cause of Yu-Gi-Oh, right? At some point, every card gets a reprint.
Absolutely, absolutely. And also the common Kyoto waterfront. And I don't know, Lars, are you like a rarity whore? Are you always playing high rare?
I was, but yeah, it kind of changed. At some point, I was like, okay, I want to play every card in my deck in common, if that's possible. But sometimes I think just like when you look at BA, I played BA for a long time, and you can't play Gold Rare Burning Abyss. That's just a no-go. You can't. You have to play the rares.
Yeah. And I mean, you could even argue what is high rare Burning Abyss, because like technically Gold Rare is higher than rare. But I mean, it just looks awful. I 100% agree on that. So we're definitely on the same boat there. And in general,
shout-outs to Adrian Dursun, who plays platinum rare cards.
Oh yeah,
shame on you,
right.
Shame on you.
Absolutely. And it seems like if I was just scooping right there.
Yeah, that was a too powerful board. That's insane.
Absolutely. Very easy to create, but I mean, one hand trap really could have done the trick there. With one hand trap, it could have been over. Like Infinite Impermanence on the Saryuya, for example, could have been game changer already. But in general, I think Spirals do struggle to implement a lot of hand traps into their main deck. Like they don't have a whole lot of space to actually run hand traps, so they can run like Ash. But after that, beyond that point, it already gets kind of iffy and kind of hard to implement more. So he probably does not even play a whole lot.
Yeah.
Okay. There are ways in chat.
They were cheaper, okay? Don't blame me.
Okay, yeah. The Ninja Phil says Gold Rare is technical, not high rare, because it's a reprint. Yeah, makes kind of sense in some way. But getting back to that team, I definitely always play the low rare variant as well. Like I would probably play Gold Rare as well, and I would probably play Platinum Rare too. Like I don't really give a fuck. It's like whatever. Just give me some cards to play with, and then I will play the deck I can play, and then however it looks, as long as it wins. And maybe my opponent even gets distracted by me slamming down Platinum Rare or Gold Rare cards to the table.
But I love these jokes about like Commandante always mills tour guide. Common Ash lets your opponent special summon a monster from the deck. I love these jokes.
Yeah, they're insane and they're like nice. And I also like from time to time I obviously blame other people for their rarities too. But just if I do not happen to have like that kind of a card in my deck.
Yeah.
For example, when playing Salomon Grades or so, it was kind of hard to implement a card that was like super awful because all the cards were starter deck cards and they are common anyways, so it didn't really matter. And so I could blame people for playing Platinum Rare cards because I didn't really have the chance to play any in my deck. But in general, it doesn't matter to me. Because it's just Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like can be quite expensive from time to time because some meta relevant cards will be quite high in price. For example, when I see the price trend of Phantasme, I'm like, oof.
Yeah,
right. And the funny thing is, I talked to so many people right after the release of Phantasme when it was around €70. And everybody was like, yeah, I mean, it is expensive, but you should probably get yours now because going towards euros, this card will only rise in price because it's so powerful.
And it did, right?
Yeah,
it's
it just
90 now.
Yeah, it just 100% came true. It just was rising in price and kept rising. And I can see this card being at least €100 for euros for sure. Like, definitely. Pre-sale on a Friday at euros, I would go for 115 or 120 euros. Yeah. Just guessing.
So here our Spiral player is starting off with guys in the chat, please keep up these jokes about common cards. I love them so much. Like
Yeah.
Common Desires banishes 12 cards and lets your opponent draw 2 cards. It's hilarious. I love it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's super nice. And now we see the good old Spiral cards.
Yeah.
Spiral Quick Fix, Spiral Drone. These cards have been ruling the tournament scene for a while as well.
Yeah.
YCS
I didn't play
London.
during that time. You have to remind me, which cards are on the banned list? It's Resort at 1, right? And Quick
Yep.
Fix?
Quick Fixes as 1 too, yeah. And that is everything. There's no more hit to Spiral, but it was definitely enough. Like the deck suffered.
It takes a lot of consistency.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, I mean, I remember YCS London, like not the last one, but the one before that, Spiral format, obviously. And I think it was top 4 only Spirals. It was kind of hard. Jesse Cotton won that event, if I remember correctly. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it was 2 years ago. Jesse Cotton won with Spirals. So he had the round featured match in this year's, or into the 2018 version of YCS London. And that was also kind of a meme too. Do you remember when like he was playing FTK and his opponent was playing like a deck that was just built like a beginner deck, like Magical Cylinder, like very old cards and stuff, and he just FTK'd him twice, and people in the chat were like going wild. Why the fuck are you doing that to this guy? Like he just came to this tournament. It's basically his first tournament, and then he gets FTK'd twice.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Show some
I have to interrupt you. The Spiral player won this one. Yeah. I remember playing one tournament against Spiral, and everyone told me, okay, just throw all your hand traps on double helix.
Yeah.
And yeah, Georgios did, but his opponent got the Called by the Grave, and then he scooped. So yeah, that's it for game 2.
Fast games. 2 very fast-paced decks indeed, and that was game 2 already, and we have 12 minutes. Only 12 minutes into the round, we already had 2 games, and I mean, I don't really see a very grindy game coming in for game 3 now.
Yeah, maybe we have to get another Sky Striker mirror match or a Mystic Mine deck back. What do you guys think?
The viewers in the chat would probably love a Sky Striker mirror match again. I can see them already rooting for it. And yeah, I mean, Mystic Mine seemingly taking 2 top cut spots in the Netherlands. I'm really interested whether it would top today.
Yeah.
This deck just influences the format so much. It makes the existence of this deck just makes everything more complicated in your head when building decks. Because you have to consider that deck so hard.
Yeah, other cards can't be played anymore. Just like Sekka's Light is dead now. I mean, you have to play Twin Twisters or Cyclone, or you risk losing against Mystic Mine.
Yeah, exactly. Kian Shabazi is saying we should bring up some August mirror matches, and it's grindy as fuck. Yeah, I mean, it kind of is. The mirror matches can tend to be quite grindy, so I guess that would be a cool thing. But also, I read like at the beginning of the stream, some people in the chat were writing, "Oh yeah, nice, some other decks than August," because apparently in the Spanish national streams there were a lot of August mirror matches. So we only had 1 August today, piloted by Jonas Koschel, winning with it.
He did take the win against Henry Lopez.
Very, very close, yeah. Some jokes on Kian in the chat.
Kian says he's only known as a curry man, and that is it's just
Indeed
one of
true.
his good abilities. But Kian, it's your best ability, so that's why you're called curry man.
It's a good thing. Like, it's not a bad thing, right? It's just a compliment. Yeah, good question, Kian. Why aren't you in Frankfurt playing this event and rather sitting at home and watching the coverage of it? Or maybe he is in Frankfurt and he already lost 2-0 in this round and is now watching the stream instead.
Or maybe he won even faster than our players here and he wants to scout them, what they're playing.
Yeah.
Nice strategy, Kian.
So, ready for game 3. The final card has been performed on the one side and now on the other side as well. And
Okay,
it
game
depends.
3 after 15 minutes. Very fast.
Yeah, it depends on Eva actually drawing some hand traps right there, I guess. Because, okay, you won't drop a hand trap on upstart.
Drawn and Lockbird.
Oh, would that be good? Yeah, I mean, Crusader actually does search from time to time, so I think you could do it. Oh, and we see a little bit of his hand. Doesn't look like a hand trap, does it? Oh, there's
It
impermanence.
does.
The second card is impermanence.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep, that is very, very nice for him. Impermanence can definitely stop his turn. Oh, and it's Gnome Material. The first card is Gnome Material.
Really? Oh no.
Yeah, it is. Nice. He actually has 2 hand traps. Ooh.
Thank you for playing this card, really.
And it could and look at Eve's face. He's just already so happy about it. He wants to drop it so badly.
Does he have starters for his turn? Does he have starters for his turn? I think he has the agent, right?
Yeah, he has agent. I think he has agent and
tough guy.
He has agent and tough. Yeah.
Oh, really good. Really, really good.
Oh, what is that? That's a Crusadia trap, it seems like. So it's interesting because... Oh, no. Don't activate the impermanence on that. No. Wait for the Saryuya or something. Please.
I think it's at this point, it's kind of difficult to play against decks you don't know.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, everybody knows about Salamangreat and knows, okay, I have to do this and this against Salamangreat. But when your opponent plays rogue decks like this, you probably never heard of.
Yeah.
It's very hard to play against.
It actually is. So, 2 more cards. And yeah, like Gnome Material is a card. I discussed a lot about that card already because you really have to know against every single deck when to drop it. Against Orcus, for example, it is pretty easy because you just drop it on the
Mermaid.
On the Cerberus probably or the Phoenix already. Yeah. So you have the extra deck zone blocked and then it's everything fine. Oh, but what is going on there now? Did he just pass?
He passed on his turn.
He didn't even have to use one of his hand traps.
Okay, I'm sad because at this point, for the rest of the duel, no material is dead.
What a powerful card. Yeah, and what I wanted to say is, like, you have to know against all the meta-relevant decks when to drop it, but Crusadia Guard Dragon isn't really a quote-unquote meta-relevant deck at the moment. It is a thing, and you could play against it like 1 out of 8 rounds at an event, but you don't really know from the top of your head when to drop Gnome Material there.
Yeah, and so the Spiral player is getting off his combo very good.
Yeah, I mean, that will be in OTK very, very surely.
Oh, I hate this lady so much. Doesn't she say she searches 2 when summoned and she searches 2 when sent to the grave? Or she searches 1 when summoned?
Yeah, 1 when summoned and 2 when sent to the grave.
Ah,
she's so good. Master Plan is just nuts for sure.
Yeah.
And Unicorn. I like the fact that people actually started to use Unicorn in different way in Spiral decks because you only had 1 resort left. You had to shuffle back resort with your Unicorn
really?
to get full combo. Yeah. There was a time people had to do that for full combo, and it was really, really funny. Yeah, that match really is interesting, but I cannot see a way this game goes where Eve is not winning from that point on because there's no interruption left for Georgios, I guess, because he went first. Why would he board in a lot of hand traps then? So he's just sitting there on his Crusadia Maximus or Maxius, I don't know, and that does not have a whole lot of attack points, and Spiral is able to put up a lot of monsters on the other side, and so he should just be able to swiftly go for OTK here.
Yeah. Very strong.
Yeah. Good points, Spark, 1996. Unicorn also made that Gem Knight FTK possible because you were
Yay!
shuffling back cards.
I love
Yay!
FTKs.
Unicorn, such a nice card.
I remember when players rooted for this special rule that you can't win during the first turn of the game, but yeah, Konami didn't implement it into the game.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, surprise.
Yeah, but would you like that?
I would.
That's
Yes,
true.
definitely. FTKs are cancerous. I hate them. Do you
Yeah.
like FTKs?
No,
Do you
obviously
think?
I do not like it, but I don't know whether that rule change would be like that just changes the whole game in some way, right?
Well, it just
It would
says
just be
you
the
can't win.
ban hammer on FTKs, right? And I
Yes.
mean, yeah, that's a good thing in some way, but
I think I mean Konami always bans FTK decks or somehow affects
yeah,
them
yeah,
with
you're
this.
right, you're right.
So why not just implement this rule?
But is it then just you cannot win in your first turn, or you cannot win in the first turn of the duel?
In the first turn of the duel.
Okay. So you can still OTK on your first.
Yeah, sure. That
Yeah.
would be stupid.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, guys in the chat, so give us your opinion on that. Do you think that would be a good introduction to Yu-Gi-Oh to actually make that rule possible?
Yeah, Smitty just says people would just focus on establishing X negates, which is kind of the same. But I think in the last years, people did that. I remember the pendulum boards and so on. And we've also seen the Orcus game where Jonas established a huge field with some negates. And but I think it always depends on the other decks. I mean, you always want to have a negate. You don't want to sit there with just a monster and can't do anything during your opponent's turn. But FTKs don't change that you play these decks that establish a huge field. Or do you think that's wrong?
I think a very good and easy sentence that was written down there by. Oh no, is it actually deleted? I just saw something very, very good in the chat, and he was saying like, oh, now I have to remember. I was just about to read it out, and now it's gone
Do
from the
you
chat. But it was
remember?
like, yeah, and it was like, still, when you have a board with a lot of negates, you can at least try to play through it, even
Yeah.
though it is very.
When you play against FTK and you don't have a hand trap, you have to hope that your opponent makes mistakes or has a dead hand. And
Yeah,
that's it. Otherwise, you
exactly,
lose.
exactly.
Without interaction.
Yeah, completely true.
So yeah, he has a pretty nice board. Sleeper, Griffin.
And he
What does
is not finished yet, I guess. He's
yeah,
still
what
going.
does Griffin say? Any card that is not linked doesn't have effects, right?
Yeah, their effects are negated. So Griffin is pointing towards. Oh no, wait. What is that now? Like Griffin is negated.
Yeah, right. Griffin is negated by
Oh
himself.
no, it's not. No. It is linked because it is pointing to a monster, so it is not negated. And
Okay.
Sleeper is not negated as well. Yeah. So they're both active, for sure.
I had this discussion with. Oh, did you cast the stream where Joshua Osters summoned
of
a
course. That was
Griffin?
the
Just a
CSL
Griffin.
Invitational.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he just summoned one Griffin. That was his only monster on the field and wanted to activate the effect. And he
Yeah.
couldn't since Griffin wasn't linked. And when I was in Italy last year, I had the same idea and I talked like 20 minutes to Leonard saying, yeah, it's a nice idea. I mean, you can set everything. You can set order. And he was like, no, Lars, read the card. And I read it over and over again, like 10 times, and I didn't understand it. Well, but now I do.
At least that.
Yeah, and it was even funnier to see Joshua Osters do the same mistake
Yeah.
on stream.
I can tell you that he was pretty salty after the game that he made that mistake. I do think he actually managed to still win the game somehow, but
If
I mean,
remember correctly, he just scooped this round where he did the mistake.
yeah, the game.
Yeah.
Right. But I think he won the match. But still, like showing off this special combo to quite a few viewers at that point. I think around 1,300 people were watching him right there. So that wasn't an optimal scenario to be in, I would say.
Yeah.
And yeah, he will have that moment in his head for the rest of his life, I think. Even when he quits Yu-Gi-Oh! At some point, he would still remember. He will wake up from time to time over the night and be like, shit,
it's like an unending nightmare.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
I feel like Leonard when doing these bad jokes.
Absolutely. True. Like you should feel like Leonard because that was a Leonard-esque joke for sure.
Okay, yeah. So the Steeper pops the red eyes and the Link monster, but Succession can. Oh wow! Impermanence. Oh, he shows the hand. Okay.
Shaking his head. Look at that. Oh,
okay. Very confident.
So that's so cocky to actually offer your opponent the handshake when you're winning.
Wow.
I honestly hate that, to be fair.
Yeah, like, me too. He's like, yeah, you can't win anyway, and then you sit there and reading your cards over and over again and think, oh man, I have to win this. No, I have to. But you can't.
And then 2 minutes after, you just shake his hand instead and be like, yeah you're right.
Immature shake, right?
Yeah, that's just awkward.
Yeah.
You shouldn't decide that you have won the game. You should let your opponent decide at what point you have won. I mean, if you're friendly and you know each other, it's like kind of a different thing because you both know, okay, it's over now, so whatever. But I really don't like it. If a stranger does that to me, I would probably just refuse the handshake and go. Like, I mean, maybe scoop. Like, but I would be so angry about it, really, because that's such a cocky thing to do. It is. It's just. I mean, it is self-confidence, and I am a fan of self-confidence in general, you know. But I mean, blaming your opponent like you cannot do anything. You're just out of this. Go home, boy.
But to sum it up, Spiral did win. So a Spiral deck is 4-0. Very good. Very good. Seems consistent.
Already halfway through.
Maybe we'll see him in round 8 again, hopefully.
Who knows?
Yeah. Okay, guys, do you have any specific wishes which deck you want to see next?
Just write it into the chat because we obviously have an eye on the chat and we can kind of influence today what kind of matches we will be seeing. So it is not only table 1 all the time. So if you want to see a specific deck, just tell us and we try to make it happen. Of course, we cannot promise, but we will see how that is possible to handle because we won't feature any decks that are below X1 standing because that does not make sense because they're not relevant for the tournament at all. But if they are creative decks at the top tables, we try to feature them.
Yeah.
So write in the chat what you would like to see. And I guess we will have a break now. See you after the break, guys. I'm already looking forward to round 5 with all of you. See you then.
See you.